Welcome to the show. Ayo, ayo, oh. Lights come on, we're lit tonight. Sportcat shining, feeling right. Brenda's laughing by his side, turning chaos into pride. Headlines roll, but we don't fear. We find the light and bring it here. Sportcats, Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We rise above with laughter and light. Through every storm, we find our way, smiling through the madness every day. Hey, 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 every day. Every day. Sportcats, Gazette, hit play. Yeah.
The boss jock has entered the building. You are listening to the Sportcat Show.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. The one, the only Sportcat. I am back. After a brief hiatus, we are back. We'll talk about the hiatus here in a minute. I want to encourage everybody and thank our listeners in Australia because, well, you guys and gals have been telling the radio station that you want us back. So we are back. And there's Brenda. So I want everybody to come over and join the live chat today. Even though we were gone, Brenda and I didn't get any love. We heard from the station that we were missed, but I didn't see any subscribers. I didn't get any messages. Speakpipe.com/sportcat. Leave us some hate mail. I know you're there. Chris, welcome back. I had heard about your family emergency and I've been meaning to message you and make sure everything's okay. So we're glad you're here, Chris. Everybody come and join the live chat. Sportcat shows on YouTube and jump in here because, well, I got Brenda. Squirrel!
You know, after we just spent like 2 months in the woods together running around, you're going to talk to me like that. God, I can't believe you.
Well,
You
know,
are just ridiculous.
I am.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I like the thumbnail because you even put Gracie in there. And
That's
I
right.
followed
She's
this
around.
from the time that she got loose.
She was in your
Like that.
backyard.
Only in Texas can we lose a giraffe when they
How
don't
the hell do you
normally
lose
live
a giraffe?
here.
How the hell do you? I don't understand. You can
That's
lose a
what I
lot of
said.
things, but a fucking giraffe? Jesus.
You know, they use helicopters for all kinds of things.
They put
Oh,
drones up.
all they had to do was put something in the air to find
They
her.
did. They
She
did.
was
And they
gone
couldn't find her.
That girl was gone for a
I
week.
think, I think the aliens got her. So
I don't know, but she was happy and healthy when they found her. Thank God Gracie is home now. But the memes going around are hilarious.
she's back. They caught her without incident, and it didn't. Oh, wait, they may have tased her, but they got her. So.
They probably just waved a big bush in front of her as they walked away.
Whoa.
She just followed
Whoa,
him.
Big bush. Oh no! Don't talk about the beef that way. So,
Oh my God.
so Brenda, how the hell have you been?
Good.
Okay,
I was
I'll take
pretty
that.
sick there for a while, you know, and
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. You had a health scare, and we went off so that you could take care of that. And then I had to go back to Tennessee. What the hell did I go to Tennessee for? To see my family.
Madness.
That was it. Yeah. So I had to go up there. It started with a visit with the grandkids, which is always fun. And then I ended up staying a little longer than intended because, well, you know, mom. So I had to take care of her. And then while I was there, I'll just go ahead and make this on-air confession. We were getting Ginger's thyroid under control, but she has this problem with anxiety, and it's increased when we're in Tennessee because, well, Mom keeps the house 150 freaking degrees. So Ginger was stressed. So I talked to the vet, and I got a supplement called Calm and Confident. So I'm giving her 2 in the afternoon and 2 at bedtime. But it wasn't enough. So I talked to the vet, and I was like, can I give her a gummy? And they were like, well, in Tennessee, we can't talk about that. So I thought, well, I'll try.
You didn't give her a whole one, did you?
2 in her food every day.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Your dog was walking around stoned off her paws.
Well, about the 4th day in, I thought she had a stroke. She was like leaning to one side, drooling. It's like, oh my God. So I took her to the vet, and they ran all these tests. Cost me a lot of freaking money. I come back, everything's normal. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, maybe she had a TIA. And I said, well, let's talk about this other option. And I told the vet, he's like, you did what?
Oh my God.
So Ginger
on you?
stoned. Yeah, the vet wasn't happy with me. And then I felt so bad that I treated Ginger to a spa day. So I felt so bad about that. I was like, I doped my dog. So, but
before
for a
you
few
did
days,
that,
she was really calm.
before you did that, you should have called me, because I would have told you only pop the head off and give it to her.
Whoa.
You know, just
the head off. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
little
there.
pieces at a time, basically.
You're doing. You understand that?
That's what the vet told me. So,
but I found something that you might be interested in when you go to your mom's. It is a portable air conditioner that's only about this big. And it's like my split unit, but it's a mini, and you can put it in a room where you're at, and it'll cool the room down. So you can take it with you to Tennessee.
I had like 7 fans. So
okay, so and use this, you'll freeze your nuts off, and you'll be happy. And Ginger will be laying there belly up with her paws.
She had her own fan. So, so there was that. Let's see. For my fans listening in Union County, let's get this out of the way, because I know they don't stay for the full 2 hours. So those of you that don't know, and I'll talk about this with my Australian listeners, there's a little county in East Tennessee called Union County, Tennessee. And, well, they're having an election. We have elections here. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. And I am trying to figure out, for the life of me, there is a Democrat. His name is Rick Carter. I'll call him out. Rick, if you want to come on the show and tell me you're not, come on, please. Come on. Brenda and I'll be fair and honest. And the other 2 candidates, they want to come on. But he is lying his ass off. Well, let me put it in political terms. He's just smudging the truth. So he claims that he was in law enforcement for the past 10 years. Well, he didn't get certified as a police officer until 2019. My math's not pretty good, but that's not 10 years, or a total of 20 years of law enforcement, as he claims. So that's more like 7, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah.
And in that 7 years, he went from school resource officer. He spent 1 year doing that. He came out and went to patrol and suddenly was moved up with 0 experience. And I can show you that because I have his personnel file where human resources writes on there 0 experience. Somehow with 0 experience, he got promoted to sergeant. Taken out of the field, not on the road, as a sergeant. And then somehow, miraculously, without taking any investigative classes, he was made lead detective, chief defective detective. So in 6 years, he went from school resource officer, which is a school cop for those of you all don't know, and they're very good, they're needed. And then he went to chief detective with only minimal recertification each year. He took no courses to make him an officer, which in the fire service, you have to in order to become a chief, I have to have or any type of chief, battalion chief up, I'd have to have at least an associate's degree. But in order to be an officer, you still have to take classes in the fire service to become a sergeant, lieutenant, captain, whatever. None. He took none. And then to become a specialist, which is what a detective would be, he took 0 classes. So how does that happen?
Do they only have 3 people that work in that department?
I think there's maybe like 30, maybe. It's a real small department.
Oh, okay. So there is more. I was going to say, if there are only 3 people, I could see having a head detective, a sergeant, and an officer. So that would have been like, oh, well, no wonder.
Here's the okay. So how do we get that he's a Democrat? Well, that's a real simple process. Now, I will say, oh man, I hate to do this because I'm going to get trashed, but he's been sucking ass with the county next door, Knox County. In the okay, so I have to give it a little backstory. Knox County had their election, and Brent Gibson was elected, and that's who I would have voted for if I'd voted in East Tennessee. Republican, became sheriff. Right after the certification, right before the certification, the TBI, which is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, indicted 11 police officers, including ranking officers of the Knox County Sheriff's Department, 3 of which were running for sheriff in Knox County. So they should have been ineligible because the indictment date was before the date listed to apply for running for sheriff. So they shouldn't have even been on there. So one of the other candidates, I think the guy came in second, he sued to have the certification stopped. And then that didn't go. So it went to a higher court. And they said, well, let's hear your story, because he argued had the other 3 candidates not been there, his chances would have been greater to become sheriff. You can't argue with that. That's math. I mean,
right.
I have no argument with that. So the court kicked it to the Republican Party, and they said, well, this is, because here in these states, it's Republican versus Democrat. And then whoever on the election day, whoever wins is the whatever, sheriff, county commissioner, mayor, whatever. Well, they kicked it to the Republican Party. Well, here's the problem with that.
There's a problem.
There is no Democrat contender for sheriff. So the only name on the ballot for sheriff is Brent Gibson in the final election. That was the primaries in the final. So he has no contender. So they kicked it to the Republicans and said, this is your problem, fix it.
Right.
Which I wouldn't argue with if there had been a Democrat contender, because then you're still, a face-off. Well, there was none. So they held a 15-minute, 1-5, open to the public to hear after they heard from both lawyers, from Gibson and then from the other guy. 15 minutes. Well, it got so heated in those 15 minutes, they closed it, went behind closed doors. So 2 days later, they come out and said, no, we're just going to stick with the results. It doesn't matter that 3 of them went to jail. So,
wow.
All right. So back to Union County. So this Rick Carter has been so far up Brent Gibson's ass, trying to prove he's a Republican. And he's even been up Burchett's ass. And I don't understand I love Tim Burchett. But Tim, I don't know if you listen to my show. I doubt it. You're kind of a busy guy. You are going to lose votes because of this guy. He has not said publicly if he would support the detainment of illegal aliens, criminal illegal aliens. Now, we're not talking about guys who do anything from shoplifting to rape to murder. We're talking they're criminal because they're in this country illegally. So, somebody send Jimmy the link to the show. Good God, why do I got to do everything in this thing?
Who did what for how many cookies? Oh, God, he froze. No way. Chris, it's just you and me, man. So, Chris, did you enjoy mine and Glenn's vacation? Yeah, I know, right? Here we go again. Okay, well, let's wait and see if he comes back. Everybody, just go vote for that woman that's running out there. She's more qualified. Trust me, she is. And it's not bad having a woman in the department. It is not. I've seen plenty, and sometimes it works really good. Oh, God, Chris. We can't even do trivia. Glenn's got all the stuff. I swear. What are we going to do with him? Chris, you see that box right there? Wait, right there? It's got a pretty engraving on it of like the Arizona sunset and cactuses. And that's my mom. Say hi, Mom. I put her up on my desk so I can keep her dusted and clean, and it's pretty nice. And that's a heavy box. I have to use muscle to pull it down. I was like, dang, my mom was heavy, and she was missing a leg, for crying out loud. My dog is snoring. But yeah, my time off wasn't real fun.
Here she comes. The hell am I? There I am.
There
Where the
you
hell
are.
What the hell happened? So
you were gone. Me and Chris were having a conversation. I introduced him
Did you
to
not
my
hear
mom
me?
back there.
Did you not hear me at all? Or?
No.
So where did I leave off? I'm pretty sure.
I just told everybody to go vote for the woman that's running in Union County.
Well,
she's more qualified.
That's fair. I don't know. I don't know where I went.
I don't know where you went either. You were hiding your ass.
Jeez. I don't know. Well, we're still live, right? Yeah, we're still.
Yeah.
Live, so,
you were.
okay.
Even Chris said you were completely gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, that's what you get for talking about Democrats. So,
probably.
I think I got lost trying to give Jimmy the link. Jesus Christ! Keep up here, Jimmy. Where the hell is Jimmy? Oh my God.
It was Jimmy.
Well, I can't talk about that. No, he's a friend of mine.
Secret squirrel.
Yeah. Hold on, I got a message.
Secret squirrel. I know some of those secret squirrel people.
All right, so I don't know where I left off, but anyhow, we got a Democrat who is trying to hide his "I have no law enforcement experience." Now, he was a warden out in your way, the Texas Department of Corrections.
Yeah, we couldn't find him.
So, well, we do have an employee file.
Sometimes they disappear.
Well, I did too. Hell, in Texas, y'all lose a freaking giraffe. So,
I know. How the hell do you lose a damn full-grown giraffe?
So at any rate, to get my Union County rant over, all three candidates, Kathy, Rick, and Jerry, open invitation to come on the show. You know what? If you want to do a special show because the time doesn't work for you, we'll work it out. We'll have all three of you on, and you can answer questions directly. Brenda will probably be the most fair out of the two of us because I'll be like, why do you want to make the sanctuary county? That'll be my first question.
Well, I'm not okay with that either.
Well, no, but it won't affect you, but it will affect me.
Hi,
because
Devin.
Family members that live there. Hey, Devin, welcome.
Devin, if you put in the Sportscat show, you can come over to this chat. Just look up Sportscat show.
I don't mind if you subscribe to either Harley's or because we're live on my personal page, Brenda's page, Harley's page. But the one where I need you to come over and hit the subscribe, the thumbs up button, all that good stuff is the Sportcat shows. And all my listeners in Australia, I know right now it's late and you may come back and catch this later. That's cool. Just hit that subscribe button while you're here.
And Devin, if you hang out, we have trivia coming up soon. We play trivia.
That's right. That's right. So after I get off
the news,
after I get off my political rant.
Oh, I know. Go on. Burn it up.
I just because I know all my Union County listeners, they don't have the patience for the rest of the show. I wish they like the first.
I would, you know what? I would make them sit around and watch the show and then do it later.
Well, no, I like to be.
But I'm a bitch like that.
Well, you are. So.
I am.
But yeah, so I don't understand. I just don't. You put the facts out there, and it's just like they don't believe. People don't believe it. They're like, oh, you're just trying to sling mud. No, these are actual facts. These are his records. These are his statements. And
they were obtained legally.
Legally, yeah. But because, let's talk about that for a minute. The Freedom of Information Act.
Yep.
So under the watch of Jerry, they had a female inmate escape.
Yeah.
3
naked.
Locked doors. Naked. The warden, jailer that was chasing her fell down during the pursuit because his pants went around his ankles.
I wish they would put that on one of these shows where they show the cops doing this or courthouse things.
Let's get to that. So, okay. So this has all been put out on. This is all on video. We know that because there was no press release. There was nothing. They caught her like 2 blocks away. There was no information. Well, because Cruiser. Mysteriously, Rick Carter was on his way to work and he swung into action and captured her neck. Miraculously, the Democrat just suddenly poof appears. But so here's my problem with this. I put in a Freedom of Information Act, which any American citizen can do. I guess anybody can do technically, but I put in. I wanted the dispatch. I wanted the audio. I wanted the phone calls. I wanted the video. I wanted the report that investigated it. I wanted everything about it. I encompassed everything. I did it in a nice legal package. Instantly denied.
Oh.
And they were within their legal rights to instantly deny me because there is this Tennessee statute that says if you're not a resident of Tennessee, they don't have to give it to you. It's their choice. Oh. They chose immediately to not give it to me.
I thought maybe because it had that woman in it and you would have to.
Well, you will. So other people have filed this, so I'm told. And they're going to have to turn it over. They are not complying with the time limits that they're supposed to. You're supposed to answer, I think it's within 7 days of the Open Acts request. They say that they have to bring a specialist in because the video contains nudity and they have to blur that out, pixelate it, which is fair because she doesn't deserve to have that. And well, the deputy is that, or the jailer is stupid enough to not wear a belt or for some reason seriously have his pants down.
She's naked. That's suspicious.
Not sure how that works, but I know there's video.
That's us.
But they said that they can't give it to him in a timely manner because they have to pay for someone to come in and blur this out. So this brings me to two more questions. The local newspaper, the Union County News Leader, ran their article 2 days afterwards because it's on a daily paper. And in their article, the reporter, Marty Smith, stated that she saw the video.
Well,
She didn't do an Opens Request Act, for one.
she's
For two,
a reporter.
what? No, she's got special access.
Oh,
She's an ex-911 dispatcher. She's got special access.
oh,
For two, she saw it with the full nudity, which is illegal.
oops.
Yes. So she obtained it without an opens records request. She got it. So the sheriff's department essentially provided pornography to the local newspaper free of charge.
Huh.
Yeah, this is how corrupt that town is. But they're telling, I can't have it because I'm not a Tennessee state resident. Okay, fair enough. But now, my other thing is, if they did have to bring in this specialist, let's say for some reason this woman sues, which she should, because we now have grounds that they put out pictures of her naked to the media.
Oh my God.
She should sue. How does the department not have the capability to blur that and make that to where if a jury or judge saw it, that they wouldn't see the nudity? I mean,
all they had to do was give it to a 19-year-old and say, blur this shit out. And they would have done it on the computer.
I can do it too. It's not, and I even offered that in my opens. I said, if you want to send it to me unedited, I will edit the nudity out. Not a problem. Can be done in CapCut. No problem. And so,
well, we would have to blur it out to be able to show it anyway.
So this young lady, she was arrested in Knox County and then transferred to Union County for what they call a VOP, violation of probation. And I don't know what the violation was. I don't know what she was on probation for. I requested that information too. Well, subsequently, she was charged with felonies because she left the jail when she shouldn't have. She escaped and she resisted. So they stacked all these additional charges on her. It went in front of the judge. It was all dismissed. That's shady as fuck.
Okay, so the county doesn't only have a problem with their police department.
Correct.
Or sheriff's department. They also have a problem with their court system.
Correct. Correct.
Interesting.
So the most powerful man in the county is the sheriff. He can basically decide which laws he wants to enforce. He can lean into others. And so the guy that's leading the charge is this Democrat who's claiming to be a Republican, who has no experience. But we can track down, he has huge money donors from people within the alcohol industry, which, by the way, the city of Maynardville just opened up that they will be able to have package stores. They can sell liquor now legally. They couldn't prior to this. So prior to the election. So in the city election, they voted that they no longer want to be a dry county. So he is getting all his, and he's getting backing from other sources, which could have outside connections to drugs.
Oh.
So my question is, if this guy is leading the pack because he's getting all this huge money donated from people that own bars, that own liquor stores, that own distilleries, all kinds of, wineries. There's no distillery in Union County. Why? Are they hoping that they will increase sales and he'll just look the other way on DUIs, or maybe not enforce drugs being run through the county? Maybe. I'm reaching there. I'm reaching. I don't know. I can't prove any of that, but if you start putting dots together, it's not hard to get that.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. So, anyhow, he should not be elected because he is crooked, has outside interests. The other guy, Jerry, he's just not qualified. And I'm not trying to be mean. He just doesn't have the educational experience. He couldn't run through a fast food drive-through without having to stop and take 2 breaks. Now, Kathy, let's get on to Kathy for a minute. They have been nailing her. Some of the supporters from the other parties have been nailing her, saying that she left a gun she was a school resource officer in the bathroom, and that a child returned it to the office before she found out. It's total fabrication, total lie. Never happened. But they're sticking it in saying that it did. It's not in her personnel file. They've asked the principals of each school. It never occurred, but Jerry's camp is pushing this, saying that she did this. She did not. There's no proof. There is no physical proof. There is not a person who can come forward and say it's true. This is a total fabrication.
Yeah, when I was in uniform and I had my utility belt on and I had to use the bathroom, I never took my gun off my belt ever.
Well, some will take, because you have. We'll explain how this works to people who don't know. You have an inner belt, which most are leather, but here recently a lot are different materials. And you have an outer belt, and you have these snaps that keep them on called keepers. Mm-hmm. And a lot of officers, when you have to go to the restroom, because there's so much stuff on that, they'll unsnap the belt and they'll hang it inside the door.
Sometimes.
Yeah, some will do that. Well, I know people in EMS that do that.
Well,
and so
I didn't use the second underneath belt. I just used a regular belt. So I would unsnap the top belt, unloop the belt underneath, and then just unbutton my pants. And
I mean, depending on the size of your weapon, some will lay it on the toilet bowl, or not toilet paper. Dustin says you just got back from the dentist. Cavities. Cavities. Dentist withdrawals.
No, Devin.
So that's a total fabrication. That's not true. It's a lie. And somehow, by people posting this anonymously in Union County, Tennessee Facebook groups, this is getting traction. And people are like, well, I can't put somebody in office who loses their gun and a kid finds it, which would be reasonable if it was true. But it is not true. It's a total fabrication. Nothing in that story is true.
Texas lost a giraffe, but that woman did not lose her gun.
How the hell does Texas lose a giraffe? So anyhow, in Union County, Tennessee, any of the 3 candidates, please come on. Brenda and I will set up a special show. If you want to have your favorite reporter come on, I'll send her a link. She can be on here too. I'm going to leave her name out of it because me and her are not friendly. She doesn't like it. And so also, while we were gone, so I also posted, I've been following the Knox County thing, and I posted Knox County has been on the reality TV On Patrol. Huge fan of the show. Well, they decided to not be on the show anymore, which they can. They get a new sheriff in town. I posted in a Facebook group that I hope this wasn't a sign of ominous things to come. Holy shit. I was ripped apart. I had nasty personal messages sent to my inbox, posted on my page, but people don't even know me. I mean, and here's the deal. If you're going to come at me and say all this nasty stuff and then block me, Well, you're a fucking idiot because you don't give me the chance to
Puss?
even acknowledge your existence. So,
That's a
the
pussy
worst
move.
part of it is they were female deputies.
Oh
So
my
they were nasty. God, they just lit me up.
god.
Yeah, I don't know. So, at any rate, and I did support the sheriff of Knox County. That's a sheriff elect, but if this is going to be a sign of things to come, I'm not a fan of it. So, all right. Well, where did my clock go? I gotta hide this. Why does my clock keep disappearing? I hate that. All right,
I don't
so
know.
here we go. Well, if you're on the East Coast, we're running into crazy time here. Why did it do that? I don't know. It's 2:36 on the East Coast, and for our dear friends down in Australia, it's 4:36 in the morning tomorrow. Which reminds me, if you're listening on Radio X Country, make sure at the end of the month to switch over to Dare Talk Radio, the super station, where you will get us because the country station's going dark. Hello, Sage. Glad you're here. Good to see
Hi,
you.
Sage.
Yes, weirdos are weirdos. I hate weirdos. So, Sydney, 4:36 in the morning. Perth, it's tomorrow, 2:36 there. And Lord Howe, 5:09 a.m. Get up, go to work. It's almost time for you to do something today. So,
Yeah.
Brenda and I, we were talking about this earlier. It's a full moon tonight. Did you know that?
Well, I know that last night the moon was really bright and it was that strawberry moon. I got
Tonight is
pictures.
the official strawberry moon.
Oh.
It's full tonight. So, or depending on where you are in the world, it may be full right now. But last night it was almost full, like 99.9. But tonight it is full. It is the strawberry moon. 100% illumination tonight if you go out and look.
My daughter, where she lives, she took a picture of it from her backyard, her new backyard, and it was just as bright. And she goes, "Mom, look at it's red." I said, "It's called a strawberry moon." She's
That's
like,
right.
"Oh."
And tonight is the full moon East Coast at what's that now? 7:57 is the full moon. It's in 5 hours 20 minutes from now if you're live. So it's at its furthest point from Earth. So it's going to be a smaller full moon. We will start coming into the well, I don't want to call it winter because we're not near winter, but
it's flying over there and God knows what it's picking up. Okay.
Yeah, so depending on where you are in the world, Melbourne 1610, local 1602, Sydney, and 1610 in Auckland. For us here on the East Coast at 2049, which is, what is that, Brenda? 8:50 is when the moon will rise here on the East Coast, or depending on where you are. If you're up a little bit further north, it'll be a little bit later than that, but go out and get a good look at it. So we will be out there.
If you start baying at that moon, please record it and send it to us.
Did you say bang?
Yeah.
Bang?
Howling at the moon.
Oh, howling. What the hell's bang?
Well, it's kind of the same thing. But
Okay.
if you do this, please do a recording and send it to the show.
So you're saying what you're saying is you're a werewolf. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, no, okay. We'll just get past that. The sun is 3 minutes 33.4 seconds late right now. While we were gone, they put up, and I needed to research this and I forgot to until just now, the world's first nuclear powered clock. It will never stop running, and it has 100% precision with quantum computing. So we're switching away from the atomic clock and going to the nuclear clock for world time. Interesting. And here in just a few months, we will skip about 10 seconds.
Oh boy.
All right, Brenda,
Ridiculous.
let's do some trivia. Let's get into this.
Let's see how stupid we really are.
What do you want to do? Pop music, movies, science, literature, history, television, miscellaneous. What do you want to do?
Well, Chris is here.
Oh,
So, there's CB.
well, CB's here. All right, so we got a few
Yeah.
people to play
Sage
trivia.
and yeah.
Devin, Sage, Chris, yeah, CB, everybody. So, CB says literature.
CB. What?
My literature extends to I know Shakespeare and I know Dickens. That's about it. I don't know. What do you want to do, Brenda? CB, you're on it. You're on that ones. Yeah.
Dickens is a mouse.
Charles Dickens. That was actually one of my favorite classic writers. So,
Oh my God.
it was.
All right,
Well, we would read
let's-
lots of his stuff growing up. Want to do
Let's
history? Really show
do-
how dumb we are?
No, because history was a lie, anyways. I don't give two craps about that.
Okay. All right.
I
Come on,
guess we
Brenda.
can do. I guess we can do shows or movies.
TVs? Do you want to do TVs? All right.
Yeah,
now
we'll do some TV.
we're going to do general, we're going to do plots, casts, characters, or specials.
We've done characters and we've done plots, I think.
Yeah, I think so. So we do general?
Yeah, let's do general.
Okay. Now we got another
Goodbye.
question. Catchphrases, definitions, episodes. Then we break down to female and fictional characters, hangouts. We haven't done hangouts. Want to try hangouts?
Yeah, that's interesting. Let's see what that gets.
Okay. All right.
Okay. No timer, right?
No time limit. No time limit.
Okay.
So, in which U.S. TV series can you find these popular bars or restaurants? And here we go. Question number 1. Patty's Pub. Was it How I Met Your Mother? Happy Days? All in the Family? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Patty's Pub.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Is that what you think? It's not Happy.
No, it's not Happy Days.
And I don't remember a pub in All in the Family. There may have been, but I don't remember one. So I'm gonna guess. Anybody in the chat got a clue on this? I'm guessing that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Somebody guess.
If not, we're gonna go with
Yeah.
Brenda's guess.
Guess CB.
Somebody got a guess? I
Boil
think-
water for noodles. CB, what are you doing?
Okay.
He's making noodles.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I hope your ramen's good, CB. Good, sir. So, all right, we're going to just guess and go. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which was the correct.
Oh my gosh, I was right.
All right.
crap.
The Boar's Nest. The Boar's Nest.
I've heard that
Sopranos,
before.
Twin Peaks, The Simpsons, or The Dukes of Hazzard.
Boar's
The
Nest.
Boar's Nest. Sopranos, Simpsons, Twin Peaks, or The Dukes of Hazzard. Now, here is my guess. Boss Hogg was on The Dukes of Hazzard, so didn't he run a bar called The Boar's Nest?
I think so, yes.
Chris
You're
agrees.
probably right. Yeah, and Chris
We're going to go with The Dukes of Hazzard, and we would be correct. All right.
Hey.
Monk's Diner. Monk's Diner was on Friends, How I Met Your Mama, Roseanne, or Seinfeld.
Monk's Diner, I think isn't that Seinfeld?
I think it's Seinfeld. Where the song was written by what's it?
I don't know.
I'll
I was
play it.
watching
On the radio.
Seinfeld the other night.
So I think it is Seinfeld. Monk's Diner. I believe it is Seinfeld. Chris agrees. So okay. Number 3. We're doing good here. Oh God. Cafe Grumpy. Was this on Frasier, Girls, That 70s Show, or All in the Family? Cafe Grumpy. Frasier, Girls, All in the Family, or That 70s Show? think that was the 70s show, but I'm not sure.
That's
This
what
one
I was thinking too. That's the first thing that came to my mind was the 70s show.
Cafe Grumpy. Frasier, Girls, All in the Family, or that 70s show. And nobody in the chat
I
seems
don't know if I ever knew the name on Frasier where they used to go.
It was a coffee shop, wasn't it? I don't know. So we're gonna go with that 70s show. Is that?
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Oh, we are wrong. It was Girls.
Oh, I never seen Girls, so there you go.
Okay. Could be it. The Peach Pit. The Peach Pit. Saved by the Bell. Everybody Loves Raymond. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or Beverly Hills 90210.
90210.
Okay. I don't know.
And Chris agrees. It's 90210.
It is 90210. All right. The Max. Saved by the Bell. Beverly Hills 90210. 90210. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Saved by the Bell, I believe.
All right, let's see if anybody else jumps in there. I was going to say The Fresh Prince.
Chris says Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell? Okay, we'll go with you guys. And you would be correct. I would have been wrong. It was Saved by the Bell. The Hub. The Hub. Saved by the Bell, that 70s show. Friends, or Big Bang Theory. Ooh. Well, we've got several people in the audience that watch Friends, so they should be able to rule that one out quick. I want to say Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. Saved by the Hub. Was it on Saved by the Bell? That 70s show. Friends.
Oh, wait. CB's over here saying Friends. I think that place was called something else, though.
Well, I don't remember. It was like, I know it was, oh man, I can see it, but I don't remember the name of it. So, Brenda, I'll let you make the tiebreaker. Is it Friends, Big Bang Theory, Saved by the Bell, or that 70s show?
I think it's Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Well, if CB is right.
If I'm wrong, slap me.
Oh,
I get slapped.
It's the 70s show. Ooh,
really? We just had one for the 70s show. What the hell? How many places did they go?
All right. Nemo's. Is it MASH, Big Bang Theory, Twin Peaks, or Everybody Loves Raymond? Nemo's. Is it MASH, Big Bang Theory, Twin Peaks, or Everybody Loves Raymond?
Let's see.
Nemo's.
Chris says Everybody Loves Raymond. That might be correct.
Okay. That was my first thought, but I wasn't sure. Chris says Everybody Loves Raymond. So let's go with that. And he would be correct. All right.
Good job,
Number
Chris.
9. The Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I know this one.
I love their food. The Cheesecake Factory, Saved by the Bell, Gilmore Girls, Big Bang Theory, or Grey's Anatomy.
What?
The Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, that would be the Big Bang Theory.
Okay. What did you pause? You were like, what? That's what I thought it was.
I was thinking about something. Go ahead.
Okay. So Big Bang Theory.
Apparently I'm hungry.
Oh, there you go. And you were correct. All right. Kelsey's Bar. Ooh, Kelsey's Bar. All in the Family, How I Met Your Mama, Three's Company, or Frasier. I want to say this one.
That one's Frasier. Yes.
Yeah, let's see. This one's Frasier. Let's see if any of the chat agrees. But I think this one's Frasier. It's funny. I couldn't think of the name until the question pops up. I'm like, I think that's it. So
yeah,
we'll
I know it was the
name. It was All in the Family.
What?
It was All in the Family. Wow.
Well, we got a C. We didn't flunk this one.
Yeah, we got 7. So there you go. See how we doing. Let's skip this. Let's just get to some other stuff because we had some news to talk about, including we had some breaking news too. So
lots of it. I woke up
Yeah.
this morning with breaking news here, breaking news there. I'm like,
This is AI breaking news, so it's even more important. So there you go.
Oh, hell.
All right. What is today? Oh, trivia. This guy.
I didn't miss him.
Yeah, well. Trivia is for today. Why were the salmon's feelings hurt? The fish. Why were the salmon's feelings hurt?
Oh my God. I could not tell you. I am not a fish psychologist.
He went upstream. I don't know. He was attacked by a bear. I don't know what the hell. Because his friends only did nice things for the halibut. Jesus God.
Oh, he's so fired.
All right. Quote from the day from Albert Einstein. A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. Well, I don't know that I agree from the man who invented the world's worst weapon.
You lost me on the salmon. I didn't hear a damn word you just said, but okay, it's all right.
A
It's
calm
good.
and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. I had a census worker come to the door today, and he asked me a question. He goes, "What do you give a man who has everything?"
Nothing.
What do you give a man who has everything? And I'm looking at him like, why is the census worker asking me this? And he says, penicillin, and then just walked away.
I don't think he was a census. I think it was just somebody trolling you at your house.
I was like, okay, I like it. So I'll use that.
That guy was better than the fish guy over here.
The census worker was better than the fish guy. June 29th holidays. Feast day of saints for Peter and Paul. It's a day of solemnity. I don't know what the hell that means. Commemorating the martyrdoms of Peter by execution in the beheading of Paul. So it's the feast day. Is that what they mean? They eat a lot of food on that day? What?
They took his head off and everybody went to dinner.
Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah. All right. Steak tonight, guys. I'm just going to mop up here. I'll just be a minute. What happened on today? June 29th, 1978. Hogan's hero star Bob Crane, he was Colonel Hogan, was found murdered in his apartment. He had been bludgeoned to death, and an electrical cord was tied around his neck. Blood matching Crane's was found in his friend John Henry Carpenter's rental car. DNA testing was not available at the time. Carpenter had been visiting Crane the night before the murder. Due to the lack of the evidence, Carter was not tried for the murder until 1994.
Wow.
New evidence arose. Photo of Carpenter's rental car showed what appeared to be brain matter. He was acquitted and maintained his innocence until his death. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. Did you know that?
No, I knew about his death because, I grew up watching TV with my grandparents. No, I grew up standing next to the TV, holding onto the antenna and putting one arm out so they get a reception. But I know the show.
Okay. June 29th, 1973. What did the president know and when did he know it? During the Watergate hearings, Republican Senator Howard Baker asked, what did the president know and when did he know it? Baker was attempting to protect President Richard Nixon from allegations of prior knowledge or involvement of the Watergate break-ins.
Yeah.
The question has become the defining standard for investigating presidential accountability in government and corporate scandals.
Yep.
Well, here you go, Brenda. You're a conspiracy theorist. I heard this one yesterday, and basically, they said that this was the reason he was impeached. Apparently, Richard Nixon was a huge believer, supporter, and had even met with aliens, not the people from outside our borders, from outside of our world. And he was a big fan and friend of Jackie Gleason.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, President Nixon went and picked Gleason up in Air Force One. They flew to an undisclosed location where Nixon introduced Gleason to aliens and showed crashed UAPs or UFOs to him. Gleason, till his death, maintained that was the truth, and he was a changed man after having that incident.
And that was why Watergate was created, to set the president up so they could impeach him.
Yeah, so he didn't leak it out. But I'm surprised he didn't kill Gleason. So.
Nah. Yeah, because I'm going to tell you, if you've ever watched...
Is that true?
Gleason, I believe so, yes.
Okay.
If you've ever watched Jackie Gleason when he talks or he does anything, people used to say, boy, that man he's funny, but he's crazier than a loon. So people would have just wrote it off as he was crazy.
That's what they say about our president.
Especially back in those days. Nowadays, we don't take offense to people calling us crazy. We do the research. We know what we're doing. We see what we see. And that's just the way it is. But people will always call you crazy. But yeah, I believe that was one of the things, because we were kind of looking into that a little bit, and it had come up on something on one show. But yeah.
I had not heard this the other
Watergate
day.
was created so that they could impeach him.
Okay. Well, I can't dispute it. CD says Nixon sucks. He sold out America. He sold us out to the aliens, I guess. I don't know.
No, that was
Eisenhower, wasn't it?
Yeah, Eisenhower did that. Was it Eisenhower or was it LGBT? I
don't know, but
it might have been. I think it might have been Eisenhower. I don't remember exactly who it was.
Attack at any moment.
What?
There's a black cat behind you about to attack at any moment. Nope, other shoulder. Cat's got
she's over there on the dresser. She's eating. I keep her food up there so the dogs can't get to it.
1972, death penalty was banned. The U.S. Supreme Court bans the death penalty, declaring it cruel and unusual punishment, and therefore in violation of the 8th Amendment. However, this was overruled in 1976. Isn't Utah? Aren't they about to bring back? I might be wrong in the state, but they're about to bring back firing squads.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are talking about doing that.
Georgia, up until recently, apparently could use a guillotine.
Oh, well. Damn.
Well, I mean, I guess it's quick and effective. Hell, I don't know, but
yeah.
Just hose this off. We're gonna go have steaks now, Bob.
You can't get it wrong with that. I mean, hangings, you can actually screw those up, but you know,
hangings, lethal injections, electrocutions.
They can. But the guillotine now,
there's in the firing squad.
You can even miss with that, and they're laying there just bleeding with holes in them.
If I read it correctly, I don't remember how many there are. They're each given 3 rounds, and only one of them's a live round, and they're all to aim at the heart. So I don't know. I don't know that.
A lot of times they turn, so they shoot them in the back, anyways. But
they're like tied there, aren't they? I don't know how they do this, but I don't know.
Did you see them if they try to break loose and run, and only one bullet that can take him down? What kind of foolishness is that?
Him. There you go.
Load that damn thing up.
There you go. Did my audio level just drop?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, for some reason in my headset, I just went to like barely audible, which was weird.
You're going deaf.
Probably. Jane Mansfield was killed in a car accident June 29th, 1967 on this day. 1967. I think it's my headphones. 34-year-old actress and sex symbol Jane Mansfield is killed in a car accident. The car she was riding ran under the back of a slow-moving tractor and trailer, chopping off the top of her car. She and 2 other passengers in the front seat were killed instantly. 3 of her children were riding in the back of the crash and survived. As a result of this crash, the NHTSA, which is the Highway Transportation Safety, recommended requiring an underguard on the back of tractor and trailers to stop cars from going underneath. It became known as the Mansfield Bar. Okay. She's supposed to be the world's most photographed Hollywood celebrity.
CB, that's going to change when Trump's at office.
What the hell are you talking about? CB Ryan says from Google, Richard Nixon remains one of the most widely disliked presidents in American history, primarily due to the Watergate scandal and his abuse of executive power. Trump's going to top that.
Oh my God. Sounds familiar. I think we're repeating itself.
Yeah, Trump's he's gonna run over that one with a golden tank. 1965 on today was the first major U.S. ground offensive. 3,000 troops attacked 20 miles northeast of Saigon. So that was the U.S. troops. 1961. And we started doing stupid shit. The U.S. launches Transit 4A. It used a 4.7 pound plutonium 238 power source. 1961. We sent nuclear satellites in. Hey, we got nuclear clocks. We got nuclear satellites. What the hell? 1956. Marilyn Monroe marries Arthur Miller. Who the hell is Arthur Miller?
I have no idea.
He was an intellect. Okay, he had won the Egghead Award.
Well, that's something to be proud of.
Okay, we'll just leave that right there. 1956, the Highway Act. National Interstate and Defense Highway Act is signed by Dwight D. Eisenhower, authorizing $25 billion for the construction of 41,000 miles of interstate highway over a 10-year period. It was the largest public works project in American history. It was a highway. So they had 10 years from 1956 to complete all the construction, and it's 2026 and construction sucks.
Texas holds the record on that. Do you know how long it takes them to do a stretch of road here?
Now Tennessee, I will argue, may have a better record. For my entire life in Tennessee, they've been doing construction on I-40.
Yeah. They've been doing it since I've been here on the same damn road.
I don't understand. Did you not get it right the first day? I don't know. So, 1979, Moonraker. Do you remember Moonraker? It premiered.
I do.
The 11th in the Bond series and starred Roger Moore as 007. Isn't the new 007 a female?
I didn't know we had one.
Yeah, I think there's a new 007. She's a female. So the Federal Energy Office is established in response to the Arab oil embargo. And this day in 1973, that would have been the Carter administration. 1966, the U.S. started bombing Hanoi and Haiphong for the first time. We bomb people daily now. The U.S. withdraws its last troops from Korea in 1949. They've been there since WW2. 1833, the first patent for a revolver is used to David Colburn of New York, although the first revolver had already been built by John Gill in North Carolina in 1829. The Townshend Act 1767 is passed by the English Parliament, taxing tea. Damn them. You're thinking of a Potomac Blonde. Okay. All right. He says he has to go DoorDash. I guess that's his job. I don't know. Let's see. Invented safety glass. His birthday is today. Eduardo Benedictus. He's a French artist and inventor. In 1903, he accidentally knocked over a glass beaker. He was surprised to see that instead of shattering, it cracked but held its form, keeping the pieces together. He deduced this was from the plastic cellulose nitrate that the breaker contained. After some experimenting, he created laminated glass. He saved many lives with that. George Hincapie. Okay. 1973, he was an American bicycle racer. Okay. Well, happy birthday to him. Samantha, I almost said Eugene. Samantha Smith. 1972, American schoolgirl. Her 1982 letter to the Soviet Union leader, Yuri Andropov, asking if he wanted a nuclear war with the U.S., led to a 2-week visit to the Soviet Union and part of a prime times TV series, Line Street. Age 13, when the plane she was on crashed short of a runway, killing all on board. Now that's shady.
Just a little bit.
I don't know anything about that case. You should look that one up. That's interesting. She's born in 1972, died in 1985. Fred Gandy, happy birthday. 1948, an American actor, politician, and from TV. He was Gopher. He was a congressman in Iowa, and he was also the CEO of Goodwill. I remember him as Gopher. He did go on to be a congressman. Gary Busey, he was born this day in 1944. You know him from Buddy Holly's Story in Carney, and plus, I think he's a little crazy. So, how to live to 120 years or die trying. Dr. Roy Walford, born this day in 1924, a physician. He pioneered the calorie-restricted diet for increasing the lifespan. Okay, well, there you go. Slim Pickens, born in 1919. He was an actor and a Hall of Fame rodeo clown. I remember him. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking he played in the Green Acres or something. Ruth Warwick, born in 1916. She was an actress, American actress. So, all right. The forefather of modern winemaking, Emile Pignard, the French winemaker, the forefather of the modern winemaking. His methods generally produce superior wines. Okay, yeah, happy birthday to him. 1912. Nelson Eddy, he was an American singer, and he's known for films. Okay, I remember him. 1901. Happy birthday to him. William James Mayo, born 1939, an American surgeon. Him and his brother Charles co-founded the Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research in 1915. George Washington Goethals, born in 1858, he built the Panama Canal. He was an engineer and built the Panama Canal. Peter I, he was the king of Serbia, born 1844. John II, the king of Aragon, born 1397. Let's see, we don't do deaths. So, all right. So today, Monday, June 29th, it's hug holiday.
Oh, God.
Brenda, do you need a hug? So
Probably. I don't know. Maybe. We'll think about it.
National Camera Day, National Waffle Iron Day, National Darts Day. It's one of my favorite games, darts and disc golf.
I like darts. Do you know that Sherry plays disc golf?
I did not know that. We need to talk.
I didn't until last night. She said something about it, and I was like, oh. Yeah, I love it. It's National Almond Butter Crunch Day. Okay. Ooh, that kind of sounds good.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
After I paid all this money to have the crown put back on, nope. I'm not a fan.
I can't go to the store today because I'm hungry and I will get stupid shit that don't make sense.
Yep. Yeah, it's Christopher Street Day. Don't know what the hell that means. Don't care. National Paul Bunyan Day. National Savachi Day. What the hell is Savachi?
I don't know.
Okay. Chris says my daughter's boyfriend loves playing disc golf. I found that out a few weeks ago. You should go try it out, Chris. It's a lot of fun. It's Log Cabin Day, National Insurance Awareness Day, International Body Piercing Day. Don't have a single thing pierced.
I did that when I was younger, and I had so many piercings, I would set off alarms, and I could go fishing just by standing.
So did you take them all out, or did you leave them in?
I took them all out. The only opening that I still have is in my tongue.
Oh, you see your tongue?
Yeah, because I had it done twice, and the second time they went through the scar tissue, so the hole never closed. It got a little smaller, but it never closed. I can stick something in it now today.
Whoa. All right, I'll be there by 5. National Tapioca Day. I've only had tapioca once.
I like tapioca.
Wasn't a fan. National Fatherless Children Day. Oh, I got a joke for that that'll get me censored.
Well, then don't do it.
I don't want to be canceled. Yeah. Yeah, it's not celebrated in a large portion of the community. So
I like tapioca pudding, but my grandma used to make homemade rice pudding, and I really liked it.
Have you ever had bread pudding? My grandma made bread pudding.
Yep.
She made tomato pudding too. That's kind of weird.
We have
an old country thing, apparently.
We have a buffet out here, and they homemade bread pudding. Mm-hmm. And I love the way they do it. The way they do it is like I've never had it before, and it's really good.
We're going to skim through these real quick. Today in history, the Globe Theatre, 1613 in London, burns down during a Shakespeare performance. Let's see. We'll skip ahead a little bit. Today in film, NBC approves Gene Roddenberry's script for Star Trek in 1964. It's making a comeback. 1888, the first known recording of classical music. Handel's Israel in Egypt on a wax cylinder. I'm not talking about soccer. I don't understand it. Don't like it. We're moving on. So
yeah.
Let's see. I think we talked about all this. Didn't we? Hug Day, National Camera Day, Waffle Iron Day, Please Take My Children Day. Oh no, sorry. Please Take My Children to Work Day.
Oh,
World Sclerodoma Awareness Day. If you have that, be aware. So there you go. Yeah, we're just gonna skip you because I didn't hit the right button. Let's see. We talked about that. Canada's worst rail disaster kills 99 in 1864.
Dang.
All right. Jane Mansfield. We talked about that. Boy, that was an ugly wreck, wasn't it? Ooh.
Yeah, it was.
Ooh. Furman versus George puts a moratorium on capital punishment in 1972. 1978 was Bob Crane's murder. The Ken and Barbie killers. I didn't heard of this. 1991. Get married and then were abducted and raped by a number of women. What? I'm just
wait.
I'm confused.
That didn't even make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Today is 180 days of 2026. 85 days until autumn. Yeah. Let's see. What is this? The 108th day of 2026 and the 9th day of summer. And boy, it's hot out here. Yeah, let's see. We talked about most of this. 2007, Apple released the first iPhone today. Did not know that. So 2007.
I don't know. I don't like
it was
iPhones.
20 years ago. Well, I don't have an iPhone, so I don't know.
I don't like
it. I'm about to get one though. So
I had one, and it was like the worst thing ever because anything that I needed to put on it, Apple had. I'd pay for everything.
All right.
What
so
the hell
breaking
is going on
news
here?
We came to life today. Breaking news: Trump died of rabies earlier this month. Did you know that? Yes. Apparently, the infection was linked to a sequence of events involving Vice President J.D. Vance, who passed away shortly before Trump.
Where the
I
hell
am
did
not
you
making
get this?
This is an actual story. According to DuckDuckGo AI, U.S. President Donald Trump passed away earlier this month from rabies. He was preceded by Vice President Vance, who also died from the incurable virus. So, and if you go to DuckDuckGo AI and click on the link, it cites evidence. It was published by a local. This was breaking news by WKNA, West Virginia broadcaster. Trump got bit by Vance on purpose, acting on advice of Secretary of Health and Human Resource Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who advised that the deadly infection could confer superpowers.
I can't. What the hell? I can't. Oh my God.
This is, and here's
the cabinet
the
has rabies.
Here's the worst part of this. People are believing this.
Oh my God. Oh jeez.
So DuckDuckGo cites evidence from ABC, which links to a news article about an Ohio man who died from rabies. So the link is supposedly through Ohio to Vance, and then, well, Vance bit Trump. And this is all according to breaking news from WKNA in West Virginia. So,
and the whole entire cabinet has got rabies. And later on today, when Carolyn comes out, she's probably going to go crazy and eat everybody in the newsroom. Well, you got to give this fake news props. He at least did the downfall of it, who had it first and who gave it to who and who bit. But I want to know who the culprit was that had the rabies in the beginning, the animal that they got it from.
I don't know, but apparently they euthanized Vance.
So, they euthanized Vance? Wait, what?
I don't know. So, it's actually out there, and there are people that believe this because AI said it.
West Virginia, knock it off. Okay, knock it off.
WKNA in West Virginia was the breaking news source for this. So.
Quick, somebody send that to Trump. He's got to see that.
Oh, I'm sure it popped up because,
that's hilarious. That nobody could take him out with a bullet a couple times or however many times they've tried, but
just
Vance fights him and gives him rabies.
And he only bit him because Secretary of Health Kennedy told him it'll give him superpowers.
It'll give him superpowers. Oh my God. Oh, some people. I don't know where you found that, but that's priceless. It's AI. It was breaking news. Futurism was where I ran it, but the breaking news article came out of West Virginia. What did I say it was? WKNA? Is that what it is? And then ABC News. So there you go. Disney, you really fucked that one up. So, I saw another YouTuber, and here's what I can't understand. I can't get people to like, click, subscribe, come over, none of that. This guy ran a video talking about how on Sunday, Trump went and called an emergency motorcade to take him out to Virginia to inspect the golf courses and the arches and then some kind of emergency medical procedure. And people were commenting, liking, and subscribing it. But if you went to the president's schedule, you would see that he was going to Virginia to have lunch with friends at some club out there. It was scheduled days in advance. They were running with it, saying that, he's going out to look at his arch and his golf course. No, he wasn't. And then they had this guy come on and talk about
Trump is on some, what is the new diet medicine that they give, G1 inhibitor or something?
Yeah.
But he's on an
Like
experimental
the
one that gives
Ozempic.
him superpowers.
Oh my god!
How did he come up with this? But now he's
Is
got
this-
rabies and he's died.
Is this man? I gotta call.
I'm not.
these
You
people.
can Google
I
this, and
swear.
apparently this comes up. That President
Well.
Trump passed away from rabies that he got from a bite from
JD Vance,
JD Vance.
who got a bite from a guy in Ohio.
And West Virginia was the breaking news source for it. There you go. There you go. So we covered it. There you go. There you have it. So
Oh my gosh.
well, the Supreme Court's been busy today. They told Trump that he's going to have to pay the girl that I guess sued him for saying that he raped her or whatever. I don't know. So he's going to have to pay her. They're supposed to hand down rulings today about transgender athletes, males on female sports, redefining who is a birth citizen. They did limit. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a limit. They upheld Trump's firing of several officials, saying that he is in charge of the executive office.
Right.
But they did take a hit. Apparently, if the state laws allow for ballots to come in the mail and mail-in ballots, as long as they're postmarked before midnight of the election date, they can still be accepted. Which means in our elections, you could have up to 5 to 7 days before you get the official results.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. Well, that's what I mean.
Well, the Supreme Court upheld it, saying that they weren't going to interfere with states' rights. It didn't violate federal voting law, so they upheld it. So,
There are some
mail-in ballots
aspects of
still in
that.
the thing. So
There are some aspects to that that go against our Constitution, though.
according to the Supreme Court, they don't. So, and it was 5-4 ruling. It wasn't that big of a passage. So, well, they said that if the state law didn't supersede or interfere with federal law, that it was still legal. So,
Wow.
5 to 7 days after you vote, they could announce a winner. We talked about the Jean Carroll judgment. I think Mississippi is the one that did this. So,
well, Texas and Florida, we do our voting and count ballots all on the same day. And it don't take them but a few hours.
I mean,
so smaller states are having a problem where it takes 7 days. Get the
I think
hell
they
outta
should
here.
say that it needs to be postmarked by X and received by X and
counted by X.
and put the day. Well, it should be the same day. And I think they should say if you're going to do a mail-in ballot, it's got to be in the mail. You have to have it postmarked 5 to 7 days, whatever, before the election.
Yeah.
And then at the time of the post office closes midnight on that day, if they ain't got it, you ain't voting. So
right.
I mean, I don't know. We're once again trying to get the voter ID and the mail-in ballot rules tightened up. But the High Court did approve a 5-day grace period. So Trump adamantly opposes that. So,
well, California has to use their fingers and their toes. So, or they lose count.
Yeah. So, let's see. Today is supposed to be the decision on birthright citizenship. I'm sure we'll be talking about that tomorrow. Let's see. We Cook. Yeah, this was about he was able to fire because he's in charge of the executive office. I think it's pretty much it. But he can't fire the Federal Reserve because that's not a federal position.
Yeah.
Go figure that out. Let's see.
The Federal Reserve is fake.
Yeah. Let's
We
see.
shouldn't even
The
have
court rules the geofence warrant must comply with Fourth Amendment protections. Geofence warrant is basically if you're a cell phone user and you get caught in one of their little traps, basically, where they're listening to find somebody, but you're on there talking about something else, and they happen to catch it. That's what's in the geofence ruling. So, but supposedly, as long as it doesn't violate your Fourth Amendment right, I'm not sure how that'll be defined, but in other words, let's say they're listening for a drug dealer. They know he's going to call the big guy, and while they're catching all this data, you text your buddy Bob and say, "Hey, look, this is how we're going to rob the first bank of Miami."
They're like, gotcha.
"Oh, okay." Yeah. And then they switch and get warrant for you. So it's still legal for them to do that. So, but they can't violate your Fourth Amendment right. So, jeez. So the court's been busy. I think they're about to go on recess. So I guess that's why they're so busy. Of course, Justice Jackson. I had such high hopes for her. I really did. Let's see. Yeah, we talked about that. Schumer blasts the Supreme Court's decision on federal agencies. Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer said the Supreme Court's giving presidents free reign to fire agency will give Trump a permission slip. Oh, geez. Presidential power. So,
of course, he had to put his opinion in there. You know.
Yeah. We're going to talk about this a little bit more, but the American 250 that's going to happen. Well, it's already happening in DC. They get the state fair there. And I watched, they went a video, and each state has like a booth where they have things from their state and they talk about it. I think like North Carolina had a race car and some memorabilia from historic stuff there. They went to Alabama and they had stickers. That's all they had was stickers.
Bobby better get busy and make some pancakes.
The deca. Here's a decal. We're from Alabama. So. But yeah, this fair, depending on who you talk to, this fair is either a big flop or it's the greatest thing ever. And they say, well, it's not drawing the crowds they anticipated. Well, it's because it's 104 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus the security to get in. I know residents that are like, man, I'd love to go to that. But you got to go through like 4 metal detectors, 2 checks. Basically, right now, DC is a military fortress on lockdown.
See, I couldn't go there. My new chair, the whole thing, including my arms, they are solid metal.
Oh, no.
I would be going off all over the place.
Oh, but the ADA, they have a special rule for you people. I called it you people. But yeah, DC's pretty much on lockdown. Yeah, you people.
You people.
Yeah, cripples. All right. Let's see. Man, this thing, we weren't live to talk about it, but the earthquake in Venezuela.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal, man.
When
and they say
it was 7.2 is 7.5 back to back.
And they say so far that 1,700 have been confirmed, but I believe that number is going to go exponentially higher.
Yeah,
I mean, I really do, because they had like 3 or 4 high rises collapse. So it's going to take them a long time. And the government set up camps for them. I'm not sure that I like that word, but I don't know that you have a whole lot of choices. Everything you own is in a pile of rubble, you know? So
yeah. And they know that. That's bad, but.
Well, yeah. In America, of course, we've sent the military there. There's the Marines there.
They found a mother.
Yes, I was about to mention.
A mother and a baby. Yeah.
Mother and your 9-month-old baby. The baby was kept alive by breastfeeding, and she apparently had like a bottle of water. That was it. Yeah. So I guess if you're in an earthquake and you feel that shit's about to fall down, grab a couple bottles of water, because water and air will keep you alive until they can dig you out. My buddies with Fairfax County Fire Rescue, Virginia Task Force 1, were some of the first to go. Then I believe Miami and LA went immediately afterwards. So we've got 3 not fire, they're considered FEMA when they go international task forces that are specialized in rescuing. And that's Fairfax was the one that rescued the 9-month-old and her mom from under tons of rubble. And I really feel for those guys and gals. They're doing a great job over there under some horrific conditions. So
yeah, that was, and 7.5 and 7.2 earthquakes are no joke. And I was watching some of the video and it was different. Like, you have two different types of earthquakes. You got the rolling ones where things will go side to side. Those aren't too bad, but those bouncing ones, and I was watching it and it was a bouncy and it was tearing things up, and those are bad.
Yeah.
And then
they've had 500 aftershocks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And California had a 5.6.
Yeah.
Right after that.
UN has sent 10,000 body bags. So yeah, it's
that's
going to
nice
increase. So. Well, I mean,
yeah.
what can you do, Brenda? I mean, you got to do something. So, and everybody talking about earthquakes. And it's past the 72-hour period is when basically in trauma you have the golden hour, but in earthquakes you have the 72-hour, which is basically that's the length of time a human being can survive without aqua, H2O. So we sent Venezuela $300 million. It's funny, we don't have any damn money, but we seem to give it away. Not that I'm complaining. So, they probably need it. I just hope that it's used for the right things. I did not realize this, but the United Kingdom and the British rescue teams are dispatched and now in Venezuela. So I guess there's we just don't realize that. I guess there's other teams from around the world that go. I didn't realize UK had one. Good. Well, I mean, because they've got local people using crowbars, mallets, pickaxes to try and save their loved ones. So, I mean, even the fire department there, their buildings were collapsed. So, I mean, your equipment's inside of a collapsed building,
Yeah.
And yeah, there's going to be some civil uprising about this too. But I mean, they're saying if the rescuers had arrived on time, people would be alive. You can't say that. I guess you could say it, but how do you rescue 50,000 people at one time? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So it's a tough decision. So, and you have to start at the top and dig your way down, which is basically going, from the highest point to the lowest point. So,
right.
And, and if the fire department's buildings collapsed and their equipment was in there, what
do you do?
Yeah. I mean, it's a sad situation. Carolyn Levitt, her first day is back on the job, and apparently she went on an anti-democratic rant about communism in her press conference. So
that's what happens when they give her time to stay at home and just absorb everything going on.
Yeah. So her first appearance back, her first appearance back was with Ducey at the Great American Fair, but her first official one, she came back and she went off on the Democrats that are all communists. So, and I think even the Democratic Party has recognized they're going to have to do something about this party within their party.
Party within their party.
Well, these aren't the Chuck Schumers or Hakeem Jeffries. These are the people that want to put us in prison camps, and they're being elected by young white females under the age of 30. And
oh boy.
So, I don't know. We talked that, but we have a law outlawing. Don't we still have that law in the book outlawing communism?
Didn't somebody say communism looks good on paper, but the reality of it is
If
horrific?
if you're not in it, I mean, this is how Hitler started. It was a great idea until you were in it. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah, there are things, give or take, from every type of, what's the correct word? I won't say democracy, but I guess governmental leading or ruling. I don't know. There are things from each one that sounds really good. Finding the balance that we have here in America for 250 years has been a blessing, and keeping it is going to be harder. So, and Chris, you're correct. He says the definition of communism has been changed. Yeah, because they can't go by, and here's the other thing. This party is aligning themselves to train individuals in survival and tactical use, and including a paramilitary and parapolice. Yeah, this is getting a little crazy. So,
oh God,
yeah, they want their own police. They want their own military. They, Brenda and I were talking about this post or pre-production. They believe that prisons should be abolished because they really don't serve a purpose besides to enslave people. Not sure how they got that definition, but hey,
boy.
Okay. Like I said, it looks good on paper until you're in it. But see, the people that make these rules aren't going to be in it. So
that's the whole, no, they're going to be in control of it.
Well, one of the leaders of the new Democrat Party, if you go back and look into her history, it's being exposed. She had in college quite a history of mind-altering drug use and addiction, and including fetishes, to where she.
I wonder if she was part of MK Ultra.
Well, she's part of something. So, all right, we're just going to move on with this. Much of the eastern U.S. today is under a heat advisory. This is the super duper El Nino. So lots of heat, no rain. It's going to get into triple digits with the heat index increasing to like 115 or so in some areas. Like today here in Atlanta, it's like 98 right now, but the heat index with the 70% humidity feels like it's like 112.
Well, today is the hottest time of the day between 2 and 5 in Texas.
Yeah.
It is 96.
Yeah, it's 98 here in Atlanta. So, but
and it's
yeah,
not supposed to get any higher.
Texas, where you are, saying that 100 is about as high as you guys are going to get between now and Sunday, but some parts of the East Coast could see up to 115. Chris, up where you are in Chicago, it could even get to triple digits. So everybody make sure to hydrate if you're listening, because this thing is they're calling it a heat dome. We won't experience brownouts because of this. We'll experience blackouts when it gets to, won't be today. It'll be probably by Sunday. We'll start seeing blackouts in certain parts of the country because the demand for electricity is so high.
Mine went off at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I mean, it's going to go on and off everywhere just because storms and stuff. But everybody make sure, if you're in the East Coast, or even no matter where you are, make sure you have a source of water. Hydrate. It's this time of year is brutal, especially with they're saying that if this continues for more than like 2 weeks, that not only are we going to have extreme fire conditions, which makes sense because it's drying everything up, that people will be without power, and we'll start to see shortages of supplies. So I don't know about all that, but I just know that anywhere this weekend, especially the East Coast, the July 4th, Yeah, it's going to be a hot one. So America's 250th. It's going to be hot. If we look at the heat risk right now, pretty much from central Florida all the way up to almost the Canadian line there in Wisconsin, Minnesota, is where the worst is.
Yeah.
So and we're going to be hotter here in Georgia than you will be in Texas for a period of time. Isn't that crazy?
Sherry told me last night that today in Michigan,
Mhm.
it's going to be like 100, a little over 100. I was
and they're
like, whoa.
really not used to that up there.
No, they're not. No.
So the one nice thing about the heat up in the north, and maybe Chris can dispute this, I don't know, but the humidity here in the south is just horrible. So
we get some, but not a lot. When I lived in Ohio, now that would get humid, but here people are always like, God, it's so humid here, but it doesn't. Go to Ohio. Go check out their humidity. Take a shower, dry off, put clothes on, walk outside, and your clothes are sticking.
Yeah, well, it's like Arizona. I've been to Arizona in triple digits.
Oh yeah,
and it's hot, but it's not like hot like
right.
Atlanta hot.
130. I was out there one day, and I was out laying out getting a tan.
I've learned that a lot of outdoor places in Arizona have sprinklers. That basically mist like around the pool in the sunning areas because it's so dry and hot. So ironically, I discovered that at a bar in Arizona. So there you go.
Summertime, it's more fun to just rent big tubes and go tubing down the Colorado River.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun. Let's go do it, Brenda.
I've done it.
I've got a friend in Colorado that she's begging me to come there and visit her. So maybe I will while this heat wave. Beaver, Utah, 3 firefighters were killed over the weekend in wildfires. I think 2 others were burned significantly. Basically, it's the heat combined with the wind and the weather. It overtook them. So that's a tragedy.
That's too bad.
According to Donald Trump, Iran requested a meeting tomorrow.
But he's dead with rabies.
Well, yeah, he's got rabies. So
he's going to give rabies to Iran.
So they're supposed to meet tomorrow in Doha, even though we're still bombing them. I don't understand. Let's see. We talked about the security challenges around D.C. The big thing is they're worried about drones and swarms of drones. We've seen that here recently. So, but DC is pretty much a fortress right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to stand down for now after shooting at each other and go to Doha tomorrow and talk in Qatar or Qatar, however you say it. So yeah.
I am so tired of this ceasefire. It's not a ceasefire. It's a ceasefire. It's not a ceasefire.
I brought this map
make up my mind.
I brought this map up, and this is all the shit we've bombed or has been bombed by Iran. Iran's bombed more shit than we have. But here's what I don't understand. Trump comes out with this big victory thing, and we've destroyed their military and this and that. But then they're like, oh, no, we just bombed their whatevers. But you said yesterday they were destroyed.
But missiles are coming out of whatevers.
So I got a theory on this. Trump posted this really bizarre painting. It's a centerpiece of America 250. And I'll enlarge this here. Over the left appears to be George Washington. That's not a really good rendition of him, but you see American history portrayed from the left all the way to the right, where it's got, of course, President Trump. And here is Trump's killer right there, a robot. It's AI. He painted in his own painting, he put his assassin in it.
The robot Melania had just chokes him out in the middle of the night while he's sleeping.
Very weird. Very
and
weird.
He has rabies.
Oh, the president has rabies. Everybody make sure to go get your rabies shot.
God.
People are believing it. Oh, no.
That is freaking hilarious. You need to say, boy, I need to print that out.
This day in history, Vice President Vance bit the president. Yeah. I might write that into my novel. I'm working on a novel.
Do you know how they have the National Enquirer? I wonder if that paper over there, it's kind of like the National Enquirer where it puts shit in there. Stupid shit sometimes.
Whatever the source was, WKNA in West Virginia, they were the.
I actually have family out there. I should have asked one of them.
A comedy piece they put out that AI went with, and I don't know. Over the weekend, apparently, Biden or his handlers let him out, and he had a meeting where he called, depending on whose version of the media you take. Some say it was his best speech in years. Others say it wasn't. But during his speech, he called Trump a loser. Well, I'm sorry, but you're no longer president, and he is. That would be winner. And I don't argue about the arch. I don't know if it's in his honor. The pool guy to fix the reflecting pool. Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. We got 15 minutes left. So, but yeah, he went off and called Trump a loser and made fun of the reflecting pool. And
that's because that's where he used to pee.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. He's got a bag. But then if you read other stories, apparently he was heckled by young Democrats, and he told them, whoa, I've been fighting this fight longer than you've been alive. So and he does like Trump. He does his usual attack lines about he's, a loser and this and that. They both do it. I wish Trump could have a speech that he could just say something and not talk about shit. I won the 17 swing state, and Biden's country was okay. I don't give a rat's ass. That was history. Okay, tell me about your rabies. I want to know about that. So they're saying that an insider has blown the lid off Trump's secret midterm plans. All right, pay attention here. Pay attention.
Okay, pay attention. Pull in, everyone. Pull in.
Important. So, according to former White House communications director Anthony Scaramucci, and he is cautioning Democrats not to dismiss President Trump's recent UFC appearance as just showmanship, arguing that it's signaling the start of serious November ground game that most of the electorate overlooks routinely. So what he's saying is Trump is going to basically go towards the UFC, NASCAR,
basically what he's saying,
fast food, working class people.
And what he's saying is nobody's voting on midterms. They're going to get out there in a ring and they're all going to box. And the last person standing.
Shit, none of them would be around. Well, I don't know. Trump's taking that GL31 superpower. Maybe they have to get rid of the rabies.
Maybe that's why they have rabies.
He's going for the low information voters, primarily the males. The NASCAR UFC lovers. That's supposedly Trump's. I heard that he may make an appearance at soccer. Okay, good for him. This comes from Raw Story. Headline is Our President is Insane. Critics ridicule Trump's rant on criminally made algae.
Well,
so we're going to, no. This is easily explainable.
Okay.
Because this has been happening since I was a little children. Because here's the deal. There's the tidal basin that is not far, but it's close to the reflecting pool. And what happens is you get, just as in bees pollinate, you get the ducks that are in this algae infested one, and then they come to the reflecting pool and it brings the algae with them. It's
Damn ducks.
Trump talking about there's criminals out there that have made algae and dumping it in the pool. No, goddamn ducks. This has been happening since the beginning of the reflecting pool.
Did you see they had people out there, protesters out there going, bring on the
Oh yeah, they're pro algae.
Bring
Yeah,
on
they're
the
pro algae.
I was like, what are they doing?
They should be pro duck. Because that's what happens. The ducks bring it in from the Potomac and in the tidal basin, and then they come to the reflecting pool where it's calmer and cooler and have their little babies that have all the algae on them. So, of course, the Park Service dumped plenty of hydrogen peroxide in there that killed a significant number of ducks, but nobody's really covering that.
Oh my God. What?
I'm surprised PETA did not have a mass celebration, or not celebration, but a big, what do they call it? Protest or something. But
did you see what Chris put in chat?
Mitch McConnell could destroy anybody out there. He's a whoop ass machine. He could. He could. Give him some of that G13L. I mean, hey, maybe McConnell's got the rabies too. So he's got a case of the rabies.
Oh
so
God.
There is a 350-foot strip that was somehow, depending on which news story you believe, the one that I believe to be the truest was that it was sabotaged from the inside. They have found that people that worked for the company that installed this have people who were basically Antifa, and they may have, from the beginning, they may have sabotaged this. It's not the people dumping algae. Get rid of the ducks, and it's gonna have to be fixed. But and then they're saying, this is what's funny. They're saying that there's this huge fence around the reflecting pool now, and that Trump's put it there to keep people out. No, that happens every year around this time, because that is where it's the most open space, the most flattest. That's not proper English, but that's where they put the fireworks to launch. So you can't let people right where the things that go boom are. So it's always fenced up around the 4th. So
these crazy people steal it. They'll steal those things.
Sabotage them, which would be very bad.
Yeah.
This comes from Salon. The only way to eliminate this is a Democrat needs to impeach him. So,
of course.
Yeah. So the latest rant, Trump is going to take over DC. And there may be some truth to that one following the election. We'll talk about that one at a further date. Apparently, the New York Times is losing its mind because Republican women are having children. You know, we just talked about Karen Levitt. She's just come back from maternity leave. And then the first, what is it? It's not the first lady, the first vice lady, second lady. Usha Vance, she's pregnant.
Is she pregnant?
Then, she's pretty full. JD filled that with some serious rabies. And then Stephen Miller, his wife's pregnant. So they're saying that this is a conspiracy to try and get females to get pregnant.
Oh my God. Would just stop. It's in the water.
I could believe the rabies story before I could believe that. Scientists are working on a way to steer hurricanes, and they're putting it out for debate if this is a good or bad thing.
I think they're already doing that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% either way on that, but I don't know that it's a good idea. But the space station, the International Space Station, is ending its life, and people are asking, instead of letting it crash back to Earth, why don't we just dump it into the sun? Well, That would be a good idea if perhaps we had the technology to do it, but we can't get to the fucking moon. So how do you think we're going to put a space station into the sun? So
I'm waiting to see what freeway it lands on.
it's coming down. I don't know when, but it's going to be coming down. It's nearing the end of its life.
Just go.
According to a new poll, U.S. pride is lower than it's been in a long time at just 53%. 53% of the American public, or American adults, are proud to be an American.
America.
I mean, listen, I voted for the guy, and I don't believe in everything the dude's doing either, but that doesn't mean I don't still love my country. So,
right
here locally in Georgia, John Ossoff and former mayor Assbottom is forming the United for Georgia. She's running for Keisha Lance Assbottom is Democratic nominee for governor. So she's running for governor, and Ossoff is, of course, running again for Senate. So they have formed the new United for Georgia campaign. I'm sure that'll be a big hit here. Yeah, yay. More of ass bottoms. I will give her credit, though. To date, she has been the only Atlanta mayor, even though she resigned, to take a position in Biden's cabinet. To date, since I've lived here 20 some years, she's the only one that hasn't been indicted on some crime. So I'll give her at least credit for that. All the others before her, they were criminals.
Pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
This wasn't a very high bar. So before July 4th, they've released the new coins that are coming out. And I've been following some coin groups, and apparently you just go to your bank and ask for a roll of the new coins that are coming out. There's a constitutional quarter, which will feature Ben Franklin on the front, I believe that is, and Philadelphia, We the People on the background. And then there's going to be the Declaration of Independence, which will have the Jefferson quarter with the Liberty Bell on the background. And then the Emerging Liberty Dime, which I believe is it Betsy Ross? Is that who that is? Brenda?
Lady Liberty.
Yeah, she sewed the flags. Here I'm just showing good American history. Lincoln, for the first time, will be on a quarter in the Gettysburg Address quarter. And then the Statue of Liberty will be on the $50. So these coins have been released. Supposedly, you have to just go and ask for, hey, Juan, new rolls of quarters, and they're just independently mixed within. But these are going to be highly sought after collectors because they're only making them from, I think, this week up until like the end of July, and then that's it. So, of course, you can go to the U.S. Mint and buy the whole thing if you want to pay a lot of money for it. So, and Trump is going to be on the $100 bill if you want to collect a $100 bill.
Have mercy.
They're going to have changed the back of the penny. It's going to be the 1776 to 2026 penny is going to come back out. It's not going to be circulating, but it's going to be a collectible, and they're putting on the back of it the old 1 cent,
emblem. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't get those at banks. You no longer can get that at banks. The Revolutionary Quarter with Washington. So yeah, they say you can get this by going to your bank and asking for rolls of new quarters. So Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift couldn't get married in Rhode Island because of security, so they're going to get married in Madison Square Garden for anybody that cares. Won't. Supergirl, the new movie, came out, and it was a total flop. I haven't seen it. It got horrible ratings, but they're saying that it crashed because of misogyny.
2 minutes.
Misogyny. That's what did it. There's a Mexican Batman This guy is at night going in Mexico and getting cartel members and bad guys and duct taping them to light poles after beating them. This is a true story. True story. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dolly Parton has launched her new truck stop making fun of Buc-ee's. So
hey, leave Buc-ee's alone, Dolly.
Gracie has been found. She's been checked out and cleared by the vet, and she's headed back to the Cedar Hollow Ranch. I don't know how you in Texas people lose a damn giraffe.
I don't know. For a whole week.
How do you lose a damn giraffe? How do you lose a giraffe? I don't understand.
That was the first thing I said when I seen it.
Let's see. We got a real quick president's schedule. I don't see anything really on there today. He's got all kinds of executive time. So there you go. We're at DEF-CON 3 here in America. I don't know what the hell it means, but at any rate, we're under some severe heat advisories and cautions, and we're all going to die. So, yeah. So let's see, Brenda, I will be back from noon till 2. Go to www.thethinlinerockstation.com. If you got a request, shoot it to me, speakpipe.com/sportcat. Brenda and I will be back tomorrow. Yep. And then Wednesday night, I've got my regular show. Brenda, you got anything going on? I know you just had a show last night, so.
Yeah, I had one last night, and we're working on another one for the later on this week. So yeah, I'm not sure what day yet, but
there you go.
Notifications.
So we will be back tomorrow at our normal scheduled time, but go to the Thin Line Rock Station tomorrow noon till 2 Eastern time and hear me playing some rock and roll music, and I don't know, maybe play some disco and country too. So
yeah. Good night, everybody. Bye, everybody.
It's good morning to Australia. Good afternoon to everybody here in the United States. Everybody have a great day. And I'll be back tomorrow. Tune me in at the Thin Line Rock Station tomorrow. So, catch y'all later.
Weather on the scroll from Greenland to the galaxy. They've got every goal. Laugh at fear, let the world do its thing. Sportcats, Gazette, it's the chaos we sing. Sportcats, Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, we dance in the fray. Sportcat keeps us laughing through the end of the day. NASA aborts, politics explode. The daily quiz keeps us in code. Sasquatch, aliens, sports and lore. Every show's an adventure, never a bore. Waves to Brenda's grin and Sportcat's twist. We're doom-slow-proof, we can't resist. Turn up that stream. Hit that bell. In the chaos of life, we laugh and yell. Sportcats, Gazette, don't bunker tonight. We're riding the headlines with laughter and light. No prepping for doom, we dance in the fray. Sportcat keeps us laughing through the end of the day. Through the end of the
Sportcat Daily Gazette. Live across Australia on Dare Media Group radio stations. News, weather,
and somehow